Morning, howdy y'all. Y'all come hang out with me for a while. I'm inside the camper fixing to walk outside. I got a doctor's appointment this morning, and then after it I gotta hurry home, change into my uniform and go to work. You're looking at the inside of the front door, the screen in the front door of the camper. Let me back up a little, see? That's the window in the front door. Guess what? You know, it's been a while since I made a video. Let me show you something. And this is going to be a fast walk to my truck. Matter of fact, let me get my key ready before I go. My clicker fob on my key ring to open my truck doesn't work, and so I have to open it with the key. So let me get that key ready. I got it now. This is going to be a fast walk because guess what? It is still raining. It must have rained 10 inches last night. It rains every day. Look at my neighbor's yard over there. Let me turn around here and lock the camper door. My ditches out front are just about full, and they never get full except in a hurricane. And this ain't no hurricane. Wearing my, ooh, I almost slipped, my mud boots to the doctor's office because I gotta have them. Look here, this is right by the front door. Look at that. My cucumbers and roses are loving all of this, but that's about all. I'm sure not loving it. We'll hop in the truck and I'll talk a few minutes as we go into town. About what's going on. This place is a wreck. Who would want to buy it with it raining here all the time? Who wants to live in a rain jungle, a rainforest? Not me. I'm tired of it. I keep praying for a drought and God keeps giving me more rain. Y'all excuse the unprofessional video, but all of mine are that way. I'm going to lay the phone down a second. Got to put my keys in my pocket. Get my key fob thing that starts the truck. I have been sick, y'all. There you go. I have been sick with bronchitis. That's not what I'm going to the doctor for, though. I'm going to the doctor for a follow-up on my head injury, my brain injury from the fall I took last June when I fell off the deck out in front of the camper. I hit the back of my head on a 4x4 post and it knocked me out. I had a concussion, the doctor said, and I have had problems ever since with that injury and with doctors. My insurance quit paying for the doctor I'd been using for 7 years, I think it was, and I paid out of my pocket for a visit or two, and then they referred me to a different doctor in the same clinic, and that doctor's office scheduled me for 5 different appointments before I finally got to see her. I saw her one time, did not like her at all, and before my second appointment with her, she got fired. And then they referred me to 2 other doctors. So the original doctor plus 3 others, and the 2 others that they referred me to got fired before my appointment date. So I went like a year, well, not a year, but probably 7 or 8 months without seeing a doctor because I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for an appointment. And I finally, they referred me to another one that is still with the clinic, and I like her a lot. She has very good qualifications, but she has a sign in her office says that she will only address 1 complaint, and that is their words, not mine. 1 complaint per visit. And right now I've got 4 or 5 problems that needs to be addressed, or 4 or 5 complaints as she calls them. One is my bronchitis. I need some antibiotics to get it kicked. But my main concern is my brain problem, because it has given me major problems lately. It is messing with my vision big time now. Not all the time, just occasionally. Yesterday, I couldn't see out of my right eye. I mean, I could see out of it, but it was like my right eye was looking through a fog. Everything was blurry, very blurry. I couldn't focus on anything. I didn't drive, I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I stayed at home because I couldn't see out of my right eye. Today it's crystal clear again. That whatever is going on in my brain, the first doctor, after my doctor had the insurance cut off, that first doctor that I didn't like, she said that I either had a tumor on my brain or an aneurysm, and that it needed to be dealt with. And she said she was going to refer me to a neurologist, but she never did. This new doctor I'm seeing now did refer me to a neurologist, but there is evidently not a neurologist in this area. One I'm going to be seeing is coming from Bryan, Texas, which is probably a 3-hour drive from here. He comes down 2 or 3 days a month and works in an office down here. So my appointment to see him is not until August 31st. I need some help before August 31st. I may not be alive August 31st with all the bad symptoms I'm having right now. Curious to see what my river's looking like. I'm not worried about the house flooding. You know, I've lived out here 11 years and it only flooded once during Hurricane Harvey, and that was, I think, 54 inches in 4 days that I got. 54 inches of rain in 4 days. The river's still got a way to go before it comes out. So that's that, I guess. I've also still got, during that same fall, I hurt my right elbow and my right shoulder. So that was never even x-rayed, and it still hurts 13 months later. I don't have full use of my right arm ever since then. I can't pick up a cup of coffee or a glass of water in the normal way. If I hold my hand and wrist next to my body and lift it up, I can do it. If I hold it out, you know, at like a 30 or 40 degree angle from my body like I normally do, the pain shoots like somebody shot me in my elbow and I drop it. It opens my hand and I drop it. So I have to remember to hold my hand and wrist and arm next to my body as I lift it up. Otherwise, it ain't gonna make it to my mouth. So that needs to be addressed, and they've never even x-rayed that. And on top of all of that, the CAT scan they took of my brain after I hit my head on the post has been lost. So the doctor says she wants to do another one, but when I saw her last time, she didn't schedule it. She didn't make me an appointment to go to the hospital and get the CAT scan done. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I really don't. I got problems, you know. I want to sell this place. The place is for sale. I didn't want to sell it until all this rain started, but everything is running. Everything is drowning. My grapes are drowned. They're dead. They had, you saw the videos, they were covered, loaded with grapes this year. And they're about maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch in diameter. And they ripen because they ripen prematurely because the vines are dead. They're drowned. Water over there. I ate one yesterday and it had a good flavor to it, but there was 4 seeds in it. And that tiny little grape had 4 seeds, and it's supposed to be a seedless variety. It's called black Spanish grapes or something like that. It's supposed to be a grape suited for this area. These ditches are full and up over the road. And I gotta pay attention here. Almost missed my turn. But anyway, y'all, that's just kind of an update on me. I'm looking at houses. I want away from the Texas Gulf Coast. I have loved it down here all my life, but the weather down here now is ridiculous. Hurricane Harvey did a number on me that I will never recover from. I just want to sell the place down here for whatever I can get and move further up north. I hate cold weather, but I think I can deal with cold weather better than I can deal with rain every day for over 2 months. Every day. And I'm not just talking about a sprinkle or two. I'm talking about 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 inches a day. I can't deal with that. I can't handle, even before all this rain started, I couldn't handle the amount of land I got anymore. I physically cannot do it anymore, not with all the problems I got. I hate to give it up. I've got fruit trees everywhere. Some of them froze in that record freeze South Texas had back in February, but only a few of them froze. I still got most of them, and I've got more that I propagated during the winter. They're about 1 foot tall already. I need to get them in the ground if it ever dries up enough to dig a hole. I walk out and check on my bees almost every day, but I haven't been back in the hive yet because I don't want to wear my white bee suit with ankle deep water or deeper. So I haven't been in the hive, and since I'm allergic to bees now, I'm not gonna wear that white suit out there. I mean, I gotta wear the white suit, but I'm not gonna wear it in muddy water. So that's it for now. My ex-wife is in Ukraine. She talks to me every day. She's doing good. Having internet problems over there, but the problem is she don't want to spend the money they charge for internet service, which is high. You know, with the salary that Ukrainians make, I'm sure there's a cheap internet company somewhere. She just don't want to find it. So whenever she finds it, I think everything will be okay. She's paying every 2 or 3 days for 2 or 3 days worth of internet service. She needs to get a monthly plan or something like she had here, like I have here. I'm sure they got it. So people can't afford to pay what she's paying right now. She can't afford to do it that way for long. But anyway, I'm going to let you go and get this thing loaded while I am in town where the internet is stronger. Oh, and last Friday, I bought an indoor antenna for my TV. I haven't watched TV since 2014, but I wanted to be able to see the weather. And I get free channels, which includes the local Houston TV stations most of the time. Sometimes, and surprisingly, in all this rain today, it's working fine, but sometimes it doesn't. I guess clouds, I don't know what it is. Most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't. But That antenna is only $22 and it's doing a pretty good job, so I'm happy. Don't like what I'm seeing on TV, and I don't watch anything but the weather. I did flip around to see what all channels I was getting, and it's all junk. A bunch of the evangelists that don't know the Bible anymore than Man in the Moon, and a bunch of Spanish channels, and a bunch of paid programming channels, junk like that. And the advertisements, and a bunch of old game shows, which I don't care anything about those, but it's funny seeing how things was back in the 70s. But the advertisements drive me crazy. The advertisements on TV is just not good. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. Let me get this thing loaded and I'll talk to y'all later.